Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Workers at the Rix's Creek mine near Singleton will be back on the job by Sunday after ending their long-running pay dispute with the Bloomfield Group. After 7 weeks of protracted negotiations, the miners have reportedly secured a 17% pay rise over 4 years, as well as sought-after improvements to provisions for injured workers. Mining and Energy Union Northern District President Robin Williams says securing a better deal for injured workers was a key provision of their log of claims.
In the second 39 weeks, your pay is significantly reduced. And when you're talking about somebody who's off the job for more than 39 weeks, then they've got a serious injury that, potentially might have them phased out of the industry. Those people see this as a pretty important provision.
Meanwhile, contractors employed by the Downer Group have walked off the job at the Bayswater Power Station. Members of the Australian Manufacturing Workers Union walked off several sites across the region yesterday, including Araring Power Station and Bayswater, where hundreds of contractors are working on a staged shutdown for maintenance. The union's Newcastle organiser Tim Ferguson has told the ABC the action follows the breakdown in negotiations over a new enterprise agreement.
We've got members where they're being put to a position where the company's trying to bait them into accepting an agreement purely just to try and get some money in their pocket before Christmas, when in fact this is an agreement that is to cover probably the next 3 years, and they're simply not buying that.
The company says they've held more than a dozen meetings over the enterprise bargaining agreement. 2 juveniles are expected to face the Children's Court following a pursuit in an allegedly stolen car at Hamilton last night. Patrolling officers spotted the car, which was reported stolen 2 days ago, at about 10:15 and gave chase when the vehicle failed to stop. The driver and passenger abandoned the car in Lawson Street and were arrested after a short foot pursuit. Police believe a lithium battery is responsible for a fire which gutted a home and a car at Thornton yesterday afternoon. Crews were called to Tallowwood Way just after 3 p.m. to find black smoke pouring from the home. Firefighting efforts were hampered when the blaze spread to a ruptured gas main. A female resident was treated for smoke inhalation. Crews remained on scene until 6:30 last night. Maitland MP Jenny Aitchison says no final decisions have been made about the future of the former Maitland Hospital. Health infrastructure staff told a recent budget estimates hearing the top floor of the hospital is being considered for housing as part of a wider audit of government-owned health assets. Jenny Aitchison says the future use of the site will be determined by the community through a proper consultation process. Consultation opens on December 1 and will run for 3 months. Business Hunter says the region could be one step closer to securing a new entertainment centre following a change in laws. Under new rules passed by the state government, its body Venues New South Wales, who manages the current site, will now be allowed to build new development, including housing. Business Hunter Chief Executive Bob Hawes says the change will also support Newcastle Council's Broadmeadow Place strategy.
When you consider the entire precinct, we've got government agencies and departments and private sector land ownership, so it will take a while to realise the opportunity that's been drafted or drawn up there. But taking steps like this to make sure there aren't impediments that could trip up things along the way, I think is important.
2NURFM Sport.
Jets women's coach Steve Hoyle has heaped praise on his new assistant Tara Andrews. The 31-year-old brings a wealth of experience to the role, having made 129 appearances for the Jets and getting 2 starts from the Matildas since making her debut in 2009. Hoyle says she's still good enough to be playing in the first team.
She's invaluable, and by the way, she's a very good football coach and good football knowledge and still a good player. So we'll see how we go. I might try to get a booze on at some point.
The Jets travel to Wellington on Sunday and skipper Cassidy Davis is expected to make her return from injury. New South Wales Open defending champion Lucas Herbert is hoping hometown hero Corey Lamb hits his straps today after a disappointing first round. The Branxton golfer will tee off in this afternoon's session after shooting 5 over 76 on day 1. Herbert made a solid start with a 2 under 69 and has told NBN he's hoping for big things from Lamb today.
I hope he plays well tomorrow because, he's a good fella and I'd love to see him play well in front of the home crowd.
And big hitting Claire Webber comes into the Newcastle side for Kate McTaggart when they take on North Coast this afternoon in the New South Wales Country Regional Bash cricket competition. And the winning numbers in Powerball are 2, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 and 22, and the Powerball is 13. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.